Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impression video. This is going to be on Saasaki and Miyano, which is a anime airing on Funimation. I think currently there is 2 episodes out right now. I only watched the first episode to give my first impression for you guys. So it is a BL, I believe, anime, and I'll explain what that means in just a few moments. But if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love to it by just subscribing, commenting, liking. That helps just so much here. Make sure you do all that fun stuff. I have quite a bit of first impressions, a lot actually, already out from this season. So go check those out. See what you guys can watch. A lot of the anime is already premiered. I think there's only 1 or 2 more left to premiere on Funimation and Crunchyroll. But other than that, there's not that many more videos that I'll be making about first impression videos. In fact, I'm already trying to get back into the groove of recording for manga chapter reviews. So if you guys have not done so, go give some love to the channel. Go and subscribe and do all that. So okay, Saasaki and Miyano is a BL, and BL stands for boy love. It is definitely, well, I wouldn't even call it a shoujo, because, you know, shoujo is meant for girls, but shoujos typically have a girl protagonist and, you know, guys that she's going after. This one's just 2 guys. The anime itself starts with the younger and smaller guy essentially witnessing a fight, and he's trying to get some help, and he almost throws himself to protect the person that's getting beaten up, but Saasaki is actually in the place for some reason and stops Miyano from jumping in, and Saasaki jumps in and fights for him, and eventually gets the thugs to go away. This is their first encounter, and the first episode kind of goes back and forth from how they met and how they became friends to basically the present time. So I guess I'll talk first how they met, and then I'll go to present time. How they first met, essentially. After that, Saasaki ended up just kind of sitting there, and the president, the student council president, who Miyano was calling, shows up and lets Saasaki know that, you know, the boy that was trying to help, he's in the infirmary helping the person who's being beat up. And Saasaki keeps having these thoughts like, he's a boy, but he's gentle, he's different, he has, you know, smaller hands. He has all these stuff throughout the episode. Eventually, Saasaki gets more information on Miyano and gets to see him once again, because Miyano is essentially, he's the slacky, or he's like the assistant of the class president, who happens to be also Saasaki's friend. So he gets to see Miyano as Miyano comes to the class to kind of get, you know, reports and all that from the president. Their friendship continues from there, and essentially Saasaki gets beaten up at one point. And again, all these are flashbacks. And Miyano lends his hand to help him and offers him like a band-aid. And Saasaki, towards the end of the episode, says, "That's where I started liking him." So forward back to the beginning of the episode, we get the present time, and again, this is going back and forth throughout the episode. During present time, we're basically seeing that the president has this little thing that he doesn't like the Saasaki and Miyano are getting too close, and we don't know if it's because he also has a thing for Miyano, or if he just doesn't want Miyano to get hurt, because Saasaki is, you know, in the president's eyes, is a lazy bum, doesn't want to do stuff. He's not very good influence to people. So, but we essentially see a little story or a little episode of them interacting and building more of their relationship as friends, both Miyano and Saasaki. At one point, it's raining and they share an umbrella. At another point, they talk about their likes and dislikes on food, and Miyano learns that Saasaki likes a certain type of drink, as well as he has strong dislikes on food. And then at one point, Miyano offers Saasaki some food or a snack, and Miyano forgets that it has an ingredient that Saasaki hates, and Saasaki almost throws up, but he ends up eating it. He's like, I'm not gonna waste the food that you gave me. And Miyano leaves for a second, and this is where Saasaki is kind of flashbacking on the Band-Aid thing. Miyano returns with Sasaki's favorite drink, and that kind of stirs up those feelings and those memories of how they met. So that in a nutshell is the first episode. Not the biggest fan myself of BL. And I don't even know if it's BL or not. I actually forgot one main point of the anime. Another way they actually started their friendship is through manga itself. We do see that Miyano is a manga reader, and Saasaki essentially forces Miyano to kind of share his manga wisdom and share, some of his copies for him to kind of see what he's into, what he's reading. And BL is actually what Miyano reads. He reads a lot of BL type of manga. Now, I don't know if I would consider it a BL anime, because BL manga is a little bit graphic. This is probably like the youth version of that, if any. For like the male, I guess, equivalents, we have shonen mangas that can be graphic, I guess, but they're still, at the end of the day, for young adults, teenagers, whereas you have those mature contents that are a little bit more heavier. I feel BLs are in that level, and this anime definitely is not there. It's cute. It shows the story between these two friends. I'm not really sure if they both like each other, or it's just one, or if it's mutual. I don't understand that yet, but I assume it's mutual. And yeah, that's really it. That's the story. I know the manga itself did really well. And it's doing really well. I think more manga volumes are still being released. I was on Right Stuff not so long ago, and the manga itself had good reviews, and had, if they're still releasing volumes at the pace that they are, then it shows that, it's doing well in the US. And that, at this point speaks a lot of volumes, because back, 5-8 years ago, where manga was not being released at the speed as it's being released now, or the amounts of manga being released in the US as the amounts that was being released 8 years ago. Now, you have so many series, so many of them that wait months to even release a second or third volume, because either it doesn't do so well, or there's not so much, traction to it. But this one seems like it does. I guess it is popular within its own community, and I just myself, I'm not part of it, so I didn't know much about it. I did enjoy the episode, and I think it is probably going to be one of a lot of people's favorite anime this season. 1 out of 10, I'll probably give this one a 6.5. Personally, I didn't really get hooked to the series, but I do see how a lot of people would, and how it's serving its purpose for who, the people they're catering. So 6.5. Won't be my top 5 for sure in this season, but I can't see it being top 5 for a lot of people. So we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. I'll hopefully post more videos today, if not already, depending when I post this one. But oh well. Thank you guys again, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.